All right. Well, first off, guys, thank you for coming to this meeting. We'll be quick and efficient. That way we don't waste your time, but we do want to just chat about a few things. All right. So the way this will go is I'll kind of talk about just the trip, what we're doing, the missionaries on the ground. Cheetah will jump in whenever, and then I'll turn it over after I'm done, and Cheetah's going to talk about fundraising stuff, and it'll be good. So anyway, grab a packet. All the stuff that is really important is in this packet. As of right now, signups are open. Signups will close at the end of October. So you're getting the first hear of this. We'll talk about it on Wednesday, but as of right now, the signups are open. Literally on the second page, signing up. There's this big, long message about, essentially, it says, like, hey, this is not a vacation, and make sure you have to come to these trainings. They are important. You can't just miss all the trainings and then not come and then go on the trip. So that's the summary of that. The cost this year, we put that out there, but it is $2,600. Keep in mind, though, that we always say that it's estimated until we confirm the airline. So I say that we will not charge more than $2,600. But if we can get like an airline, we get a good deal, and the person that we work with, is a college friend of mine. She's a travel agent and is really, really good. So if she can get us a good deal, and I notice that it's going to be less than expected, we'll let you know, and maybe we take a payment off, or maybe we get all the payments in, and then we realize that we asked for more than we used, and then I'm telling you, whenever we get back, we'll send each and every one of you a check. We're breaking even. We're not trying to save money for next year or anything like that. But as it stands right now, $2,600 is the cost. Here's the thing: you see right here, we have these meetings. Every meeting is when it's due, when a cost is due. So every week every meeting is $434, except for the last one, it is $430, because that gets us to $2,600. On March 9th, everything is due. All the money is due. Keep in mind with something though. These are the due dates. Do not take advantage of them, but I am not nearly as strict on these as like I would Falls Creek or something, because I understand sometimes you're waiting for a scholarship. Sometimes you're waiting, to see how much you made on a fundraiser. You're, waiting for grandma to send the money that she said that she would send. So I'm not going to be real strict about it, as far as the dates, except for that last one. By March 9th, it's all got to be in, because that's important. One different this year. I need everyone to look up right here and remember this and hear this, because this is really, really important. And I'm just going to lay it on the table for you. So the first year we did this, I did, just however you want to pay. If you want to pay with cash, if you want to pay online, if you want to whatever, we'll get the money, and then we'll hunt it down, and then we'll go. And that was, I'll be honest, it was a disaster. Hunting down money, trying to find it. Some people would put it in the offering plate, and then man, that was a big mess. And it was so just really, really, that was a bad idea. So last year I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do everything online. I'm going to do everything online. That way everything has a digital receipt, which is awesome and worked, and we were able to hunt it down and find it fine. But all it took was one person, instead of putting, whenever they would give and would make a payment, all it took was one person putting missions instead of, clicking student missions, or it goes to a different place, and we had to hunt it down. Now, because we had those digital receipts, we could hunt them down and get the money and figure it out, but I'll be honest, it was a big headache too. I'm stressing out because, we're so much over budget because they can't find a few of the payments, so we had to, hunt them down. So it all worked out. It's fine. But this year, this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to fix it. We're going to go old school, but this is the most concrete way where nothing gets misplaced, nothing gets lost, everything works fine. We are not accepting any payments except for cash and check through the Dropbox. You guys know the Dropbox on the sign-up wall? So if you come up to me and be like, here's my payment, I'm not going to take it from you. It only goes through the Dropbox. That way, that is the easiest way where, like, grandma can send you money, can send you cash, can send you a check. You can get your money from, the bake sales that we do, or any kind of fundraiser that we do, that you get that money. It's just easy peasy. Put it in the envelope, put your name on it, put how much is in the envelope and what it's for. Put it in the Dropbox, and then we will keep track of that. Literally, I'm going to take it out, take a picture of it. That's going to be the receipt, and give it to Joyce. And literally, it's the most simple way, but it is the most, nothing can be misplaced. So, nothing online. There is no payment online. There is no payments through the putting it in the offering. You have to pay through the Dropbox. Grab an envelope by that Dropbox, fill it out, put your payment in there. Cool beans? Cool beans. So no other payments. I'm going to stress that. We're not going to do anything online this year. Those payments, let's talk about those meetings real quick. The meetings are very, very important. Because some years we do a lot more, evangelism than others. Like, the first year we did a lot more just friendship evangelism, where we would do worship and then do a skit that we did, and we did that twice, maybe sometimes 3 times a day. We would do this skit, and one of the reasons why we have so many meetings is because we practice that skit and we get that really good. That way we don't look silly in front of them. Skits are really a thing where, we're going to pick a different one. Skits are one of those things where, in America, it's a thing where, sometimes, we watch a skit and that can be seen, especially to teenagers, oh, they're doing a skit. I don't want to do that. But literally down there, the culture, they eat it up. They love it. They love it. They love it. And it's a great way that we can go in and share the gospel and do worship with them. So that's why we have those many meetings. The meetings are mandatory. Hear me. The meetings are mandatory. We're not going to be jerks about it. If you're sick, I don't want you here. Yeah, I'm a germaphobe. I don't want you here. And if you have if it's a deal where hey, listen, I have, this tournament that's super important and it's been scheduled all year, we get that. I'm not going to be a jerk with that. Here's the things that I will are not exceptions. Oh, I just have tons of homework. Oh, I just have a really big project coming up. Oh, I've just been really tired. These meetings are important. So
is that when I get to be a jerk?
Yes.
Yes.
That is when Christian gets to be a jerk. So please, 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 please. The meetings are on here. They're all at 4. They're all up here. Make those meetings priority because they are super, super important. All right. Here, let's talk about just a few things here. You know what? It'd be fun. We probably should have started with this, but, we actually have the video from last year. I thought it'd be fun to watch the video from last year to just get us a good look. So go ahead and hit those lights, Hannah, and
wait here
just for a day. It's forever on past eternity's gate. Can't leave and now I'm called for greater things. 'Cause my heart is yours and I'll always be this way. 'Cause it's come on in, it's not just for a day. It's forever on past eternity's gate. Can't leave and now I'm called for greater things. 'Cause my heart is yours and I'll always be this way. Now that you're here right at my door, I'll let you in, not just for a moment now. That I know you've been here before. Come on in, not just for a moment. 'Cause it's
Sweet spin there. Anyway, thank you. All right. Is it muted or turned off? There you go.
Thank you. I practiced every morning.
Go get new bat. Literally, they were charged. That's weird. Okay, so that's video. You can see just a lot of stuff. This goes into, I want to chat just a second about what we're going to do. In fact, with this slide, or with the thing, go ahead and, yeah, leave that up there. Look at the pictures in here. Just I'm going to talk about a few things. First off, I always like to start this on the screen right here. These are the missionaries that we work with down there. This is Ben and Susie Arhill. They are just terrific. And I'm not just saying that. They are absolutely terrific. I've known them for most of my life, and they've taken so many teams. They are so good about just planning everything. All we got to do is get people down there, and then they take it from there. It really is terrific. And let me say this: they are absolutely aware of safety. They have never once, and my family has been doing missions with them for 25 years. They have never once put a team in a position where there could be any kind of danger. They are very aware of what's going on. They know the places to go. They know the places not to go. And they are very conscious about it. So I know that's the first thing that I like to address is a lot of parents, they hear, oh, Mexico, and their first thought is, I'm not sending my kid to Mexico. There's no way. I'm telling you, one, Ben and Susie, very safe. They know exactly what they're doing. They've done it very, so many times. They do not take us places that are dangerous. Two, San Miguel is a very safe place. It's called San Miguel del Aliente. And it is actually the retirement. It's a very big retirement hub. So a lot of the more into the city you go, the more people speak English because it is such a retirement. So many people will retire down there because it's just so inexpensive compared to some places in America. So they'll go retire down there. The weather is beautiful. The city is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, it's been voted the most beautiful city in Mexico. So many magazines. So it's absolutely beautiful. But usually what we do is we stay in San Miguel, but usually we'll go to different villages outside of San Miguel. That's where you saw in the video. There's usually a house that we work at. And a big place that we went to last year was a place called El Fraile, and that was just a, out in the middle of nowhere village that just they started this Christian church out there, and they're building it up. So Ben and Susie, one of their main things that they do out there, along with just taking teams down there to do work, is that they are kind of pastors to pastors. They have a lot of connections in a lot of churches around San Miguel that they support these pastors. So they just know a lot of people, and they have a lot of these villages that have these churches. So they'll take us to these villages, and we'll do certain things. A lot of the things that we'll do with students are with children. We'll go out there, and we'll do a vacation Bible school, backyard Bible club stuff. We did, El Fraile last year. We painted, we built tables, we, built up this community that they were going to, do work in, and we did a good job with it, and they've used it. So there's just a lot of stuff we'll do. Last year we got to, hand out and help distribute Operation Christmas Child boxes. That is a blessing. I don't know if we're going to do that again. Honestly, it's a thing where we prepare for everything, and then about Christmas time, Ben sends me our schedule and what we're going to do. But if you've ever been on a mission trip, you plan as much as you can. But whenever you are on the ground, Ben likes to say this: we're liquidora, flexible. We're very flexible with what we do, where we go. If someone needs our help or if plans change, we go with the flow. But yeah, you can see a lot of the pictures, how beautiful it is, just some of the pastors, pictures of Ben and Susie. I have to point it out, or otherwise I'll forget. These picture right here of the tacos that you see, these are Tacos El Pastor. Worth the trip alone. Worth the trip alone. It has ruined tacos for me because, I ate so many.
So when I first looked at this picture, I saw the tacos right next to Greg laying on the table, and I was like, dang, those are some big tacos.
No. Anyway, so, but it's beautiful. We'll do a lot of really, really cool stuff, but I can't give you the full schedule right now. That usually comes out around Christmas time because Ben, what he does is he goes around Ben and Susie, and they see what is needed. And what we can do. And they like to set up a lot of children's activities, just because with students, we can build and we can paint a few things, but it's not like we can do electrical work, or because of the language barrier, it's a little more difficult to go out and actually share the gospel. So they do a lot of things with children, and our job is really to work hard and do well in these neighborhoods and in these villages, so that we can set up Ben and Susie to go in later and really share the gospel and really do some things. But one thing I want to point out, and then I'm done, and then we can talk about fundraising unless you got something to add. Parents or students, if you want to look, the ministry down there is called Bria Life. That's Ben and Susie's ministry. It's spelled right here on the last paragraph of the first page, Bria Life. You can go to Google and type in Bria Life San Miguel, and I guarantee you it's the first thing that comes up. They have a website. You can read about Ben and Susie. You can read about the things that they do. There are pictures on there of our team that were down there, and some words from me that's on their website. But you can read about that, about Ben and Susie, and kind of their story and what Bria Life is down there. If you want to, just go to Google and search Bria Life San Miguel, and I guarantee it'll be the first thing that pops up. One last thing I want to do before I go, and we'll jet. This is about a 4-minute video, but I think it's really good. We do not stay in hotels down there, not because we can't, but because I try to cut costs where I can, where it's not as much money. So we stay on air mattresses in the Bria Life Center, which is like the building that they own, that they run things out of. They do a lot of classes, a lot of English classes. They do medical things out of there. They do, English, music classes, anything that they can do for the community to get them in the door where they can share the gospel with them. But that is where they stay. They put everything on hold for a week when we're there, and we stay there in the Bria Life Center on air mattresses. Whenever we stay there. So it just, I just, people like to see where they stay, so I like to give this little tour of the Bria Life Center. Go ahead and put that video up there. Go ahead and turn the sound off because I can't remember if I talk or not, but regardless, I'll just illustrate it right here. That's the outside of the Bria Life Center. We've done, this was a few years ago whenever I went, so we've done some work in the Bria Life Center before there. Very safe. I mean, a lot of just locks. It's a very secure building. This is where the boys stay. They stay out there. There's a bathroom right there. I wish I would have gone faster, but there's a bathroom right there.
There's a bathroom right. If you just talk slower, it works.
There we go. Sorry, I talked too fast. But the boys stay right there. There's another little area back there. I'll be honest, that's my room. I claim it every time. I sleep on that couch right there.
That rocking chair is exquisite.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a full kitchen that is back there. This is the first floor where the guys stay. There's another bathroom and a shower through that door that I'll probably open here in a second. I should have sped it up. Anyway, tell a joke, Cheeto.
I was going to say, that's the room where we'll give all of you your physicals. Only the boys.
No. So we have a kitchen. We'll have breakfast every morning. We'll have breakfast.
I have some of those mugs.
Yeah, we'll have breakfast every morning, where all the boys will stack up their mattresses, and then we'll get the tables out and all have, breakfast, which, oh my goodness, if you haven't lived.
I didn't know beans would work for breakfast.
Oh,
but,
man.
Oh, my
They
gosh.
are just so good.
Okay,
and,
what's with all the nurses?
And the food is just, it was a medical. That's my dad.
Ah,
we
I understand.
We were on a medical. It was a medical mission trip.
It's like, why is everybody wearing scrubs?
Yep. Anyway, so that's the boys are downstairs. The girls are upstairs right here. So our first year, that was painted. So that's now painted, but.
Woo! It's the days of creation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
each wave of the show is creation.
It's 3 stories.
We played
anyway.
bananagrams there.
So this is where the girls stay. They put out their air mattresses all over there. There is actually 2 showers right here.
Jealous.
And showers and bathrooms. So anyway, very clean. I think that's why I sent it. Why I'm filming it, because it's very clean.
And you can be clean too.
Yes, we take showers. There was someone in there, so I didn't do it. Anyway, yeah, it was really awkward. But yeah, I'm very thorough because it's a very clean building, and yeah.
Oh, you didn't show us yourself. I was gonna say steps in front of the mirror.
No.
That's our bananagrams table.
Yeah.
If you don't think you like bananagrams, come with us to San Miguel and you're going to be wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, and then it goes up to the 3rd floor. This 3rd floor, they've used for podcasts and radio stuff. No one stays up here, but it's just, honestly, it's just kind of third. It's just small.
The ceiling.
So, but yeah. And there's another shower and bathroom up here that we can use if we need to.
That bathroom also got painted.
Yep. Anyway, but it's always nice. We come out here. I don't know why I'm going in these little rooms. No one stays up here.
Some shelves were built in there.
There we go. So yeah, Thomas built some shelves in there.
Good job, Thomas.
But out here it's kind of nice. Beautiful sunset. Lots of pictures taken out here. But that's the roof. And out looking San Miguel.
There are about 17 pounds of pigeon poop that got scrubbed off the balcony there.
That's about the only thing that's unsanitary about Bria Life Center is that there's a lot of pigeons out there. Anyway, so that is the Bria Life Center where we'll be staying. Very safe, very good. Where we'll be having our meals. But like I said, we have air mattresses that we blow up and put on the ground, and that's where we sleep. And I'll be honest, every day you sleep a little better. Is it because the air mattress gets more comfortable? Maybe. It might be because you get more tired. But regardless, it's okay. Really, honestly, those of you that have been there before, it's not terrible. I mean, it just is what it is. It's not terrible. All right. You got anything else to add?
Yeah, a couple things. So first off, let me say, Ben and Susie are some of the best, missionaries that we can partner with, okay? I've been on a lot of different types of mission trips, and there are some, missionary hosts who know what they're doing, and there's some that it's very, very clear that they have no idea what they're doing, okay? Ben and Susie, they've been doing this for so long that they know where to take us. They know the kinds of things that are good for this type of group. They know how to encourage us when we're tired, how to work with us when we're weak, and how to get us moving when we need a little kick in the pants. So, they are great missionary hosts, and they are going to be looking out for our best interest the entire time that we're there. So, those of you who know Ben and Susie, we love Ben and Susie. And those of you who don't, you're also going to love Ben and Susie. So, highly recommend being there for that. And parents, the 4 of you that are here, trust me, let me tell you, they are great missionary hosts, okay? The thing that I want to talk about primarily is Kemp talked about how the estimated cost for the trip is $2,600. That is a lot of money, okay? That is a lot of money. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to help you guys to be able to raise funds for that. So we're going to do that in a couple of ways. So I handed out this nice cardstock piece of paper to everybody. Everybody whip out your cardstock piece of paper.
Fancy.
And we're going to talk about what's on the cardstock. So at the
Literally,
top,
the money that you spent to get cardstock, everyone could have gotten $2.
Yep. It was an accident, but here we are. There are 2 different sections on your cardstock piece of paper. First is evergreen sanctioned opportunities. These are going to be, there are a couple listed opportunities for fundraising here on the paper. And then as we go down the paper, it's going to be more and more branching out into your creative minds, okay? So first, donation letters. Every student that's going to attend the trip will be required to submit to Kemp and I a list of at least 30 individual recipients of donation letters. There's an example letter in the packet that you just received. It says sample letter. So, listen, if you're going to go with us to San Miguel, then by the time we get to the first meeting, we need a list of 30 recipients of these letters, okay? A recipient is the person you're sending it to, okay? So, you need to have a list of 30 people that you can send these donation letters to. Let me tell you what, okay? I've been on 5 trips now where the minimum amount of fundraising that had to be done was $4,000, okay? Do the math, that is $20,000. That's a lot of money. But guess what? Every single time, I find myself fully funded, okay? Where does most of that fundraising come from? Donation letters. Here's why. The people around you actually really want to be involved in the work that the Lord is doing, and especially through young people like you, okay? So giving them the opportunity to be able to help you get onto the mission field is huge, okay? So let me tell you, those donation letters, sometimes you might only get like $10 back from a letter that's sent out. But guess what? That's $10 more than you had. Sometimes you're going to send those letters out, and you're going to get a donation of like $250. I sent a letter out one time, and someone sent me a check back for $1,000. You never know what kind of donations you're going to receive. So let me tell you, if you're going to go with us on the trip, last year, I kind of put this out there, and I was like, hey, guys, this would be a great idea. And like 2 people sent like 7 letters. And so by the time we got to February, everyone was only like halfway fully funded, okay? This year, by the time we get to our first meeting, you need to have a list of 30 people. I'm not saying like this guy and his wife and their son and their cousin, like that all live in the same house. No, we need at least 30 different recipients with 30 different addresses that you are going to send these letters to.
So names and addresses.
Names. I don't need the list of addresses, but you need to have them, okay? Right. And that is by the first meeting, November 10th. It says it on here.
The President of the United States.
Hey, I mean,
you never know.
They might be kind of busy at that point in November. But, yeah, so by the time we get to the first meeting, we need a list of 30 people that you're going to send these letters to, okay? Now, listen. The sample letter that's in here, you can use exactly this. I would encourage you include the total cost in the letter. So as you go to type it up, or if you're going to handwrite them, if you want to handwrite 30 of these, go for it. Your hand's going to be hurting. But include the total cost in this, because that helps people to know, okay, here's how much I can give to that. Here's how much of a percentage I can get to covering that cost. So, by the first meeting, list of 30. Got it? By the first meeting, how many people? Okay, and where are you going to bring that list to? Us. Okay? You're bringing that list to the first meeting, November 10th. Got it? Got it? All right. Second thing, Ratatouille dinner night. This is going to be fun. You wanna give the vision for this?
I will. So I talked with Miss Nicole Langford. And
Stud of all studs.
Yeah, she is very good at catering. And I told her, I said, like, hey, I really want to do something. But the thing about fundraising is that it's got to be something really cool, and it's got to be something that, like, we can get a lot of money in a relatively, like, reasonable amount of time, you know? So the thought was, I was like, man, you know, it'd be really fun and, like, really cool, and maybe we could do it. Is what if, like, we had, like, and we call it the Ratatouille dinner because that was, you know, it could be any, we'll decide what movie, but Ratatouille was just the first idea that I had, and it was like, what if we went in the sanctuary, put up all the tables, sold tickets, and then people come, they sit down, we start the movie, and then, like, as food shows up on the screen, they get, we like, you know, we have certain students for certain tables, and right when the, you know, food shows up on the screen, they get that food in front of them. So, like, Ratatouille is easy enough where, like, you know, if you see in the first scene, like, you know,
that
with
scene
the,
of
with the
Remy.
cheese and the... And
That's the one I thought of.
The cheese and
the strawberry?
And the strawberry.
Yeah.
It's like, right when that comes up, they get a little plate of cheese and strawberries, you know, and then like, at the end, you know, they get Ratatouille, you know? So, anyway...
Man, if not everybody in the room is having their own, like, red and yellow swirls moment.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
So anyway, it might be a fun thing, and, you know, it's a thing that we can work, and, you know, all it takes is one day of, like, prep where, you know, the whole team will come that day or that evening and help prep for it, wrap everything up, have it all prepped, and then, like, the next day is the event, and then, you know, they're just assigned tables. You know, we talked about, inexpensive. Everyone wears white, and everyone wears a red bow tie. You know, we go out there. It'd be fun. Anyway, I don't know. So, anyway, that is the Ratatouille dinner. Nicole also mentioned, you know, possibly doing how, you know, we're just thinking about money, you know, possibly doing maybe, like, the first night back after Christmas and the holidays and stuff for Awanas, do, like, a taco night, you know, where they can come in and, like, you know, families that are coming back can, you know, come early and have dinner, you know, and then, you know, donate. So just stuff like that. But we'll, as we get farther, and, you know, once the team is settled and, like, we know how many we're taking, we'll talk more about that, those kind of fundraiser things.
Right. And for the Ratatouille dinner night and the taco night, if that works out, listen, here's the deal. In order to receive donations from that, you have to be there to serve. Once we get it on the calendar, the date is not determined yet, but once it is, if you are unable to be there, I apologize, but you will not be able to receive funds from that, okay? Because last year, here's what we did. We did this thing at Tacos for Life, right? And essentially, the entire evening while we were at Tacos for Life, people could show up, and if they said, hey, we're with Evergreen, 20% of their meal funds go to our mission trip. And I told you guys, everybody that went with us last year, hey, you guys should come, help out, be there, encourage people, welcome people, thank people for coming and donating to the trip. And we had like 2 people show up. And it was really awkward because I sat there for 6 hours. Yeah, I was there a long time. I was there from 4 to 9. Golly.
I was there for a while, but I had to go home and tuck the kids in.
Yeah.
You know?
So if you want to receive donations from that, you need to be there to help serve, because the vision that he just cast, we would have a lot of people that would need to be served. So that's a great opportunity. And guys, that's so much fun. Like, that's something that you get to be involved in, and then you get to receive donations from that. So that's fun. The third thing is T-shirts. We are going to create a T-shirt that is going to promote our mission trip. And as we do, we are going to make sales available to the student ministry and to Reach and to Evergreen as a whole. Student ministry and Reach are going to be the biggest takers, I believe. I believe that Reach is going to be huge. But we're going to take care of all of that, and then we will make those sales available. Whatever sales we get from that will be split among the entire team. Here's where you come in. Because there will be so many of us on the team, it's going to be split between a large number of people. So with that in mind, if you want a bigger number that is coming to you as a donation, you got to get the word out about the T-shirts. So be telling people about it. Be telling people about school. Hey, we're selling T-shirts for my mission trip. You should buy one. We'll make little cards that you guys can like have a QR code or like a sign up for, and you'll be able to get connected with people. Yes, Wyatt? A little what? A post. Absolutely not. No, I'm just kidding. We'll make a post about it where they'll be able to get access to the website where they can order one, and we'll get that taken care of. So those are the 3 things that are going to be Evergreen sanctioned opportunities for fundraising, okay? At the bottom, student sanctioned ideas. These are not things that we're going to be in charge of at all. These are ideas that you guys can take and run with. So first, holiday pies and cookies. Students can bake pies and cookies for the upcoming holidays, such as Thanksgiving and Christmas, and promote their fundraising by doing so. Students can get creative with how they approach this kind of fundraising. Let me tell you, if your parents are on Facebook, they probably have a bunch of friends who are in like their mid-40s or 50s, and they love pumpkin pie. So if you want to get some like $25 pumpkin pies going, just like, hey, Mom, can you make a post that I'm selling pumpkin pies for $25 to save up for my mission trip? Guess what? All those mid-40s and 50s people are going to be like, dude, I'll spend $25 on a pumpkin pie that I could totally get for like $4 at Walmart. Because it's, it would be them making the pie. Or, hey, if their mom wants to get in on it, it'd probably be better. So
go to Walmart, buy a $5 pie, resell it, wrap it up in foil.
There you go. So holiday pies and cookies, you can get creative with that. Do with that as you wish. Skills drive, okay? Students can create walkathon-styled opportunities for fundraising. Yes, when you were in 3rd grade and you did that walkathon where you were like, hey, donate this much to me for every mile I walk, and you get like 13 cents a mile, and you're like, oh my gosh, I raised $17. Yeah, you can do that again. That's a lot of money. In these kinds of fundraisers, students invite donors to give a certain amount of money per skill achievement. So, such as, listen, such as 50 cents per free throw. I'm going to do 100 consecutive free throws. With my shot, I'd make 7. But 50 cents per free throw, 50.
I'd make like $3.
I'd make like $3.50. So if you get if you get like 50 people to do 50 cents per free throw for 100 free throws, man, you're rolling. So you can do that, or $5 a mile distance in an hour. How many miles can I get in an hour? How many dollars will you give me per mile I get in an hour? Things like that. You can set things up like that. So take that, run with it as you wish. And then chores. Listen, students can perform tasks such as mowing, raking leaves, pet sitting, dog walking, car washing, babysitting, and snow shoveling. I don't know if we'll actually get snow, but raking is going to be huge. So I don't know if you noticed, it's starting to become fall outside. Woot, woot. So raking is going to be huge. So you could put yourself out there as someone who's ready to rake, to pick up leaves. Just buy yourself a box of trash bags, grab your rake, get after it, and people will donate. So those are a great idea as well. You can either set a designated amount that you'll do the chores for, such as I will rake a yard for $50, or you can allow the donor to decide how much they will donate for these activities. Honestly, when it comes to those kinds of things, if you allow the donor to set the amount of money that they're going to give you, 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you more than you would ask for. If they know that you are raising money for missions, and you put yourself out there, hey, I'm raising money for missions. I'm going to San Miguel during spring break, so I'll rake your yard. I'm not going to ask for a certain amount. You just give me what you can, and I'll come rake your yard. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a much better amount than you would have asked for, okay? Now, remember, all of these opportunities are not to put money in your pocket, but to put money towards your trip, okay? You got it? This is not you going out and starting your own landscaping business, okay? You'll do that when you're 19, okay? Right now, unless you're already 19, too bad. You're not starting a landscaping business. This is for missions. So, these are just ideas, the last 3, but let me tell you, please get creative with it. The best way to raise funds is to do what you are good at and to promote it as, like, I am raising money for missions, so how can I make use of these talents that God has given me? Even if that's just to get out and go rake someone's yard. So,
Can I?
Go for it.
I just know there's a few of you in here today. If you went to Super Summer, go, and you have not yet, apply for that Super Summer scholarship. Apply for that Super Summer scholarship. Literally, they will give you almost a payment. I think they gave everyone like $400 something last year. So, like, it is so worth it. It's so easy. If you went to Super Summer this last year and you have not done that, applied for that scholarship,
do it today.
Do it today, because it is first come, first serve. All right.
I think that's it.
All right.
Aside from that,
Yes.
guys,
right.
for those of you who have been, you already know this, but this is going to be such a good trip. Ben and Susie are incredible. The work that we've done down there the last 2 years have been incredible. Don't believe the paper that says the lie that this is our first time going. It's our first time this year. We've got experience here. Yeah. It's going to be a great trip, and we are so pumped to be a part of this and to invite you guys to come along with us. So be thinking about it. Be praying about it. Follow the Lord. And if the Lord tells you to go, get that list of 30 and be here on November 10th.
Yes. Questions? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it.
On mission with Ben and Susie. Yes. Facebook, they're very active. All right. Any questions? Going once. Going twice. Man, we did a great job.
Woo! No, Hannah, I'm not going to make the T-shirt say "Jesus is my amigo."
No.
That is not the T-shirt I will be selling.
Jesus is my amigo.
Put it on a button?
Yeah.
No, we're not. Huh? There you go. There you go.
Jesus
Put the.
is me amigo.
I can't believe this.
All right. If there's no questions, thanks for coming, guys. All right. That's it.
Go with us to San Miguel. Woo!
Hey everyone, I just wanted to add this to the video real quick. I stopped everyone before everyone left just to share this. This is important information about our mission trips. To go international with us, so to go to San Miguel, you have to have completed as a student an in-state mission trip. The 3 mission trips that we do are Barnabas, Mission Tulsa, that's both of those are in the summer, but also once a month we do Riverbend, and we agree that if you show up to every Riverbend except for one, you can have one off, then we will count it as an in-state mission trip. But we keep track of that, but you have to be at every one except for one. So we've already had one, so if you want to go to San Miguel and you haven't been to any in-state mission trips, if you show up to every Riverbend for the rest of the year, then we will count that as an in-state mission trip, and you'll be able to go on the mission trip this year. But just make sure you do that. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to just give me a call. Thanks. Bye.